What do you do when you need a seat on the crowded MRT?
Why not ask for the seat? Don't just be tempted to ask. Ask. When we ask and ask graciously and ask very nicely and say thank you, we are number one, taking ownership of the problem. We're not letting it pass us by. Number two, we are in fact asserting what I would call social pressure. I always ask, even if I don't need it. In fact, I'm pretty fit. I don't need it, but I ask for the purpose of educating the young.
When it comes to graciousness, public transport etiquette seems to be a concern facing many Singaporeans. This was one of the key issues discussed at a forum led by Emeritus Senior Minister Chok Tong at the launch of this year's Singapore Kindness movement.
What happens if the young man says, ask him, law, don't ask me?
In the case of the person sitting on the reserve seat, that's easy. I say, but you're sitting on the reserve seat, ma. Can you see the sign? You see, look at me. I'm old, like this. Easy
but if you confine kindnesses only to reserved seats, that's only one part.
Yeah.
The real kindness would be when it's not the reserved seat.
When actually young people or people do offer, let's accept. Well, I think sometimes we all are also kind. We don't want to make it difficult for them. And usually our Asians, we all to and fro, no need, then it's okay, you sit down. But sometimes the act of kindness, let it complete its cycle. Because it makes the other person feel, and you make the person feel good and extend your appreciation for that.
During the 40-minute dialogue, ESM Go, together with Minister of State for National Development and Manpower, Brigadier General Tan Chuan Jin, Marine Parade MPs Fatimah, Lateef and Tin Pei Ling discussed issues ranging from the meaning of graciousness to promoting a culture of civility on the internet.
What are your comments on this, netizens or internet chatter? Sometimes they find the language quite ungracious,
Maybe sometimes they feel that it's their right to freedom of expression. Maybe sometimes they feel that it's the only time they can actually give their comments and their concerns or whatever it is that they have.
As a politician, you get whacked every day online. And it is very difficult. It is something that I think we cannot mandate. We can talk about it. You talk about it, then you see government want to control internet again. When you put your postings, watch how you post. What you say, how you say it, I think it makes a lot of difference.
Despite various examples of ungracious behavior, ESM Go said that compared to 40 years ago, Singaporeans are more gracious today.
In my view, I think we have become more gracious. For example, I don't think we spit so much. In the past, I think if you walk around a coffee shop or Chinatown, the moment you've got a flag, and then you spit it out, isn't it? Nowadays, I don't see people doing that. And also, I believe that we now talk less loudly when we are in restaurants. Maybe still a little too loudly, but less so than before. Before, when we went into a restaurant, just 3 or 4 of us, we talk as though the whole restaurant belonged to us. That's not gracious. So I think we are more gracious.
More than 500 residents and grassroots leaders from Marine Parade GRC attended the event at the Marine Parade Community Club. The Singapore Kindness movement, now in its 10th year, is an extension from the National Courtesy Campaign that started in 1979.